Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Coming up on this week's show, we'll speak with swimming coach Gardner, women's basketball player Taylor Casey, and wrestler Rexx Hallyburton. But first, we mark a special milestone for our program. Take a look. Welcome to the premiere of W&L Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Jeremy Franklin. Coming up on the show this week, we'll hear from men's basketball head coach. 245 shows later, we're still here. The studio looks sharper, the cameras and lights have improved, but each week we've had the privilege to sit down with the coaches and student athletes who make Washington and Lee one of the premier athletic programs in all of Division III. And we're still working with the same crew that put together that first show back in January of 2009. Brian Lobster is our producer and floor manager, with Lori Lipscomb and Michael Todd handling video production and editing each week's show. We also send out our appreciation to Jeff Hanna, who created this program some 10 years ago, as well as all of the athletes, coaches, and administrators who have joined us on set. Thanks for a great 10 years. And now, here's a quick look back at this weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Competing at the Keydett Invitational at VMI, the women's track and field team shattered the school's 4x800 meter relay record, with the quartet of Maggie Siebold, Avery Schiffman, Claire Smith, and Julia Moody breaking the mark by almost 33 seconds. Meanwhile, the men's team set 10 personal bests at the meet. Women's basketball rolled past Ferrum 88-55, and the swimming teams scored home victories over VMI and Randolph. Joining me now is swimming coach Gardner. Cami, welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
You were able to send off your seniors with pretty convincing wins against VMI and Randolph. How pleased were you with the way Saturday went?
I was really excited with how Saturday went. I think the kids are swimming well. They're swimming smart races. We're showing that we can finish our races, and that's builds a lot of confidence going into the taper time and going into conference. I think, it's always bittersweet with regard to your seniors. A lot of the work that's been done this season, especially with leadership, falls on their shoulders. So we're excited to be at this point of the season where that becomes a little bit easier and they can relax and sort of enjoy the end of their career. But we're always sad to see them go.
The women's team has won every meet and invitational that you've competed in this year. The men's team has a healthy 7-1 record in dual meets. Overall, how has the regular season gone?
Again, we couldn't be happier with it. This is the second time, I think, in my tenure here that the women have been undefeated. And whenever we go up, it really depends on the Carnegie Mellon meet. They're a top 10 program as well. And so when we go head to head, it's always really exciting to see how that season's going to go. But again, I think the kids have put in the work. They've put in the time to develop the team as a whole and themselves as individuals. And I'm really excited about where we are right now.
You go to St. Mary's on February 2nd, but outside of that, it's all training between now and the ODAC Championship, which is about 3 weeks away. What are the team's objectives as you prepare for the postseason?
To really focus on the small things. We're coming down in yardage, we're coming down in our weights and our dry lands, so they're getting a little more rest. But it's really important that they take that rest into the entire day. So we don't want them overexerting themselves outside, playing basketball or doing anything like that. So we really focus on keeping the rest in the pool and making sure they're doing that outside the pool as well.
Both the ODAC Championship and the NCAA meet will take place at the Greensboro Aquatic Center. How can the team's familiarity with the venue benefit W&L?
I think it certainly is an advantage. We go there, we're very comfortable there. We're comfortable with the staff. They run a great meet. We know the little nuances of the pool, and we kind of get a test run at conference. So I think it's to our benefit. We enjoy the area, and we're really excited to go back for nationals.
Cami, thank you for joining us. Best of luck in the postseason.
Thank you very much.
With me in the studio is Taylor Casey, junior basketball player from Brentwood, Tennessee. Taylor, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
Saturday's victory at Ferrum moved the Generals' record to 6-1 in the month of January. What's been working well for the team over the past 3 weeks?
I think we've just been playing really confidently together. We've been unselfish in everything we do. We've had balanced scoring. We've had a lot of girls step up and get a ton of rebounds or steals or assists. And it's just been really hard for teams to stop all of us when we're functioning so well together and so unselfishly.
You're among the ODAC leaders in several categories, including scoring, three-point shooting, and free throw percentage. What has led to your success on the court this year?
I'm not really sure. I think it might just be the team dynamic that we have this season. We're all so close, and we're all so happy to see each other successful. And the offense that our coaches have put in has just been a really good channel for us to set each other up to do well. And luckily this season, I've been the one that's gotten to take a lot of shots, and I've been hitting them because my teammates have just been really confident in my abilities to lead us in that way.
W&L was selected 8th in the preseason ODAC coaches poll, so in that sense the team has overachieved this year. Has there been any surprise among you and your teammates at how well this year has gone so far?
Not in our program. We saw the pre-ranking as number 8, and we were all a little bit offended, I think. We knew that we were better than that, and we didn't think we deserved 8. But I'm kind of happy that it happened, because as we've gone forward this season, we've mentioned it a ton, and just go into every ODAC game thinking to prove them wrong, because we don't think we deserve to be 8th in the first place. So we've kind of played with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder because of it.
The Generals are playing well now, but the goal, of course, is to peak as you roll into the ODAC tournament at the end of February. What are the keys to playing your best basketball at the end of the season?
I think we just need to continue what we've been doing, confidently attacking on offense, building each other up. We just have been playing so unselfishly, and everyone's been contributing in small ways that we recognize as a team. And then knowing that all these little steps leading up, that like this stretch that we've been playing really well, all of it is in an effort to win at the end of February. So having that in mind, just knowing that our season is going to culminate with the ODAC tournament, and everything we do is building up to that point.
Taylor, thank you for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
I'm now joined by Rexx Hallyburton, junior wrestler from Bishop, Georgia. Rexx, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Earlier this month, the Generals competed in the Bud Whitehill duels up at Lycoming. You went 2-3 against some great competition. How will that experience benefit the team?
Yeah, I think there were some positive and negatives to the tournament, but it was all kind of like a learning experience. On the positive side, we hung in with a team like Springfield, who ended up taking 4th in a pretty deep field at this tournament, and we were winning going into the heavyweight match, and so that was kind of reassuring to us. And then on the negative side, but also learning, we gave up a lot of bonus points kind of over the course of the 5 duels we wrestled, and it kind of reinforced before we go into our conference duel season how important it is for our guys to be picking up pins, picking up majors, and then on the other side, not giving up a pin and not giving up a major, because a lot of those duels were 5-5 splits that came down to little additional bonus points here and there.
You went 4-0 up at Lycoming. That was your first regular season action since early December. How pleased were you with the tournament on an individual level?
I mean, I was very happy. It's kind of, over the last 3 years, there's definitely been some kind of injuries and stuff I've been dealing with, and kind of like getting back onto the mat and just getting my confidence back up has been huge. I've talked with Coach Shearer a lot, and kind of our mantra this year is like, it's not going to be perfect, it's just the next best thing. And so kind of, understanding sometimes you got to win ugly, but just being able to get out there and do it, it's awesome.
How have the Generals adjusted to life in an interim facility this year?
It's been an adjustment. The really cool thing is the room we were in previously was just too small for the team we have now. We had more than 10 freshmen come in, and so we just needed more space. So in Doremus, we have 2 full-size mats and a little bit extra on each side, and being able to drill like that is really nice.
You had your first Centennial matches this past weekend canceled due to inclement weather, but you've got a lot more conference events coming up. What are the team's goals as you build toward the Centennial Conference Championship meet in February?
I think we're in a really, really cool place this year in that, every single year our team goal is to win a conference championship. I don't know when the last time it's happened is. It's been a while, especially since we've been D3. And the really cool thing about this year is we actually have an opportunity to do it. If we have a healthy lineup and everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, we have a legitimate shot, and that's really exciting. And that's kind of, as we move forward through these last couple weeks, that's what's on top of everyone's mind.
Rexx, thank you for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thanks for having me.
Here's a look at the upcoming weekend. The track and field teams will compete in Roanoke's Finn Pincus Invitational. Wrestling heads to Maryland for Centennial Conference matches against McDaniel and Gettysburg. Women's basketball plays host to Shenandoah, while men's hoops will visit Emory and Henry. For the 10th anniversary edition of W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.